Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know, when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Happy Monday. Hey, Lord, this camera is blurry. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody had a great Monday. Let me get into this, child. This stupid. Hold on. Let's see what's going on with this camera. Okay, it's clearing up. It's clearing up. It looks like it's trying to focus. Okay. What up, everybody? Come in. Let's get this. We're going to get this camera to work. Okay, there we go. Looks like we're better now. Let me say hi to the people as you guys are coming in. We got a lot to cover in a little bit of time. We really don't have a lot to cover. I'm lying. We have a lot of little stories. We don't have any like major stories, but we're going to get into it. Hey, Karay, what's up, Nubian? Shantia, Rock Chick. Hey, Travel Girl. Lovely Nola, what's up, boo? Des Hop, Tawanda, grown woman, don't try me. Shut up, Cajun. Hey, boo. El Michelle, Ronnie, what's going on? Hey, Marnie. Hey, Marcus. Shout out to Richmond, VA. Sharice, Sierra, Tiffany, Chapel Hill. What's up, JB? Hey, boo. You better go find them. You looking for Chuck. You know where Chuck is. We don't. What's up, Mia? Hey, Montrez, Maryland. What's going on? Hey, Don. What's up, boo? So, look. We're going to get into it today. I don't know. That light behind me. Why is that light looking like that? It just... I don't know what's going on. You and me both, Cajun. You and me both. All right. Candle of the day, you guys. I am burning one of my Bridgerton candles. Diamond of the season. This is actually, I think, out of all of the Bridgerton scents, I think this is one of my favorites. This one and is it Danbury? I don't know, but this is actually one of my favorites. I actually have the body scent for this one, the mist, the body mist for this. I love this scent. Okay. I don't burn one of my Bridgerton candles every day, but I was in a Bridgerton kind of mood. Okay. What up, Nessa? You said it's okay. It's Nisa. Oh, Nisa. Thank you. Because you know I be saying Nessa. Hey, Nisa. Hey, boo. Hey. Black Girl Vitamin Code. It should be pinned. You don't see it? You don't see the y'all don't see the Black Girl Vitamin Code? I can drop it again. But I thought I had pinned it to the top of the link. I mean to the top of the chat. What's up, Sweet Pea? If you still don't see it, let me know. I'll have to cut and paste it again. And I'm not on my I'd have to pull it up, but it should be there. You hope they bring back the link is okay. Thank you, Don. I thought I had pinned it. All right. Well, look who done dropped out the ceiling. What's up, St. James? How you doing, my love? You love the blonde really big. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm glad. And thank you and enjoy. So let's get into it, y'all. We have a lot of, like I said, we have a lot of small stories to get to today. Where are we going to start? Lil Nas X's attorney has come out and let us know that Lil Nas X is in an inpatient treatment facility. And to that, I say bravo, right? To that, I say bravo. I think that's what he needs. I believe he has a problem, and I believe that his problem has probably been going on for a while. This is my belief. And nobody told me this. I believe that it probably started off as like party favors and that kind of stuff. And some of us, and when I say us, I don't mean me. I just mean in people in general, because I don't want none of y'all coming at me saying, Really B, you said, Really B didn't say nothing. But I think some people, that's a better way of saying that. Some people can be a functioning casual drug user their whole life. Damn camera. And some people cannot. I also think that he has surrounded himself by people who enable him, which happens a lot in celebrity circles, where you end up surrounding yourself with somebody that's going to tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. So I hope that it's real. I hope that it's not just because he got in trouble, and I hope it's not for him to try to get a better consideration. I hope it's real, and I hope he's serious about it. But I also know it's not easy. Okay, little man was slipped something, and it triggered in him. Nah, he wasn't slipped nothing. He took it, in my opinion, he took it willingly. Hey, Tamara, thank you for being a member for 54 months. Yes, you've been riding with a sister for a long time. Thank you, my love. Thank you for being here. You've been around too, and I appreciate you. Hey, Auntie Eva, what's going on? So listen, I think the stress of it all and living in LA. Also, we can't negate the fact that he does have addiction in his family. And I believe that the toxicology report said he had no drugs in his system. What toxicology report? Send me that article. I didn't remember seeing that. Send me that article, please, Xavier. Because I thought that even he admitted that. I thought he even said that in court. And wasn't that a part of his conditional release? Was that he got some treatment? Why would he agree to treatment if he didn't have a problem? I'm confusion. He had a mental breakdown. I don't remember the talk. I mean, I don't think I remember reading that. Let me just say that. What up, Universal Goddess? What's going on? Yes, the situation with Nas' mother is sad. It's very sad. Yes, tonight, the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be going on. We'll be talking about, they said he had a psychotic break. Yeah, but I thought that in court he agreed to get drug treatment. I thought that was part of what he agreed to. All right, look, send me the article, child. Let me read what it said. Because I could have sworn. Okay. What up, lovely true red? Hold on. Maybe I misread, y'all. Y'all know I don't have no problem when I'm wrong. Hold on. I might have misread something. Hold on. Okay. Thank you, K-Fit. If you in the bushes, thank you, my love, for sharing me out. Hold on. Let me Google it. Because y'all know that's going to bother me. Because I don't remember this. Hold on. Lil Nas X release conditions. Let me see if I can find it like that. Hold on, let me see, y'all. Let me see. Unlawful attempt. Okay. Yeah. Bail was set at $75,000 by the judge, who also required the rapper to attend 4 Narcotics Anonymous meetings per week. He was released from jail the same day. I can't see a judge requiring you go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting and you didn't have any drugs in your system when you were arrested. I'm not saying it absolutely doesn't happen. Well, thank you. Well, I'm glad El Teddy brought you over. You come on in and you get comfortable and you take you a seat. Don's about to shut the doors in a minute. You come on in and get comfortable now. There's plenty of seats down front. Yeah, that don't make sense to me. Why would a judge require him to go to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting if his toxology report came back without any drugs? That don't make sense to me. Thank you, El Teddy. Thank you for the pupils. Y'all come on over and get comfortable now. We just getting started. Y'all ain't missed a lot. Y'all just missed the bell ringer. Y'all come on in, okay? Go and take a seat. I mean, I'm not being funny. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Tracy has not dropped down yet. She's probably cleaning up the classroom over at El Teddy's. You know, she's the teacher's pet over there. So give her a minute. She's gonna open the bar in a minute. You know, she be clapping the erasers and cleaning off the desk and stuff over there at El Teddy's house, you know, over at the class, over his classroom. She'll be here in a second. The judge didn't believe it. It could have been prescription. They would not have, okay. Let me not say they would not have. I don't believe, yes, Uncle Jay, I don't believe, that's my opinion, I don't believe that a judge would have ordered him to Narcotics Anonymous meetings without, as a condition of his bail, without having a legitimate reason. And if I were Lil Nas X's attorneys and I'm holding a toxology report that is clean, that does not show any drugs in his system, I'm not agreeing to that. Why would I agree to my client going to something he doesn't need? That doesn't make sense to me, y'all. And if it was prescription drugs, that means they still would have to show that he was abusing them, which is still a drug addiction. You see what I'm saying? It could have been a drug that he was prescribed, but they can still see whether he was abusing the prescription. Again, I can't say for a fact because I ain't nobody's attorney and I'm certainly not a judge, but I just don't. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, y'all can, even this article doesn't say anything about a toxology report being not having any drugs in it. Again, send me the article. I ain't saying that I'm not saying that it didn't, but send me the article because that makes no sense to me. I don't understand why a judge would make that a condition of his bail and why his attorney would agree to it if there were no drugs in his system. It makes no sense to me. But okay, moving right along. They said that there were no drugs found in his system. That was reported by multiple outlets. That don't make sense to me, El Teddy. I mean, I hear what y'all are telling me, but that doesn't make sense to me. Not saying that he couldn't. What I'm saying doesn't make sense is why it became an issue for his bail. That's like you got arrested on a traffic violation, but you weren't drunk. But the judge ordered you to Narcotics Anonymous. I mean to Alcoholics Anonymous as a condition of your bail, and that's not what caused the accident. That don't make sense to me. But I hear what you're saying. Y'all said it was reported by multiple outlets. I ain't see it, but that's just me. I missed it. I ain't saying it ain't true. El Teddy said it and Xavier said it, so I believe you. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Moving right along, because we wasn't even supposed to spend this much time on damn Lil Nas X, child. Y'all know I have a hard stop time today. I gotta be off of here by at least 7:50, 50-ish. Okay, I gotta be off of here because you know we doing Heart and Hustle at 8 o'clock. Okay. It wasn't a condition of his bail. The article I just said his attorney asked to be allowed to stay out of state. That's not, Andrew, that was a condition of his bail. I just read it. Andrew, hold on, let me go back to this article. I just read the article. It's in today. It's from People Magazine. It's from today's date. I know they never, y'all frustrating me. The treatment facility that he's in right now, you're right. They never said what he's being treated for. But in this article that I'm reading right now from People Magazine, from today's date, if you scroll down, it says, I'm going to read y'all the whole thing again. On August the 25th, he appeared before a judge, waived his arraignment, and pled not guilty to 3 counts of battery with injury on a police officer and 1 count of resisting an executive officer. Bail was set at $75,000 by the judge, who also required the rapper to attend 4 Narcotics Anonymous meetings per week. He was released from jail the same day. It was reported that Lil Nas X was hospitalized for a drug overdose. However, his father, Robert Stafford, told reporters he absolutely did not take illegal drugs. Stafford told reporters on August 25th, the musician is very remorseful for what happened. He's going to get help that he needs and just keep him in your prayers, he added. His attorney denied claims that drugs were involved in the incident, assuming the allegations are true. This is an absolute aberration in this person's life. He said, nothing like this has ever happened to him. So he said, assuming the allegations are true. Okay. Following his release, okay, he shared a positive message. So on this article, his attorney and his daddy said he wasn't on drugs, but the hospital said he was. I don't know what y'all want me to do with this. The judge made him go to Narcotics Anonymous class meetings, and the hospital said it was an overdose. I don't know what y'all want from me. Lil Nas X overdose. Let me see if I can get. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on, let me see something. And then we're going to move on. We weren't supposed to be on this long. I didn't think Lil Nas X was going to be this long situation. Lil Nas X. Hold on. Let me check one more thing. Okay, it says that the article I'm reading says that he was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of the incident. It doesn't say he didn't have drugs in his system. It says that he wasn't under the influence at the time of the incident, which is still surprising. But okay. It says that he was not under the influence of drugs or alcohol at the time of the incident. But again, it doesn't say he didn't have it in his system. That's 2 different things. But neither here nor there, child. We weren't supposed to spend this much time. Neither here nor there. I still don't understand why a judge would make him go to Narcotics Anonymous if he ain't had nothing in his system. But that's just me. Let me put my glasses on, child. So let me put the right glasses on. Oh, Lord, I need to clean them. They dirty. All right, let's get into it, child. How do you spend so much time on Lil Nas X? We're going to really have to go through some of this stuff fast. All right. Okay. See, this is why people be leaving nasty comments under my videos. Let me show y'all this comment somebody left under my video today. It made me mad. It pissed me off on my way to work. But I said, they're splitting hairs. No, they're not splitting hairs. I'm splitting hairs. The article said he wasn't under the influence. What I'm saying is being under the influence and having it in your system are 2 different things. That's 2 different things. Also, when did they take his blood? When did they take his blood? That makes a difference too. But listen, again, I don't care. I mean, when I say I don't care, I want him to get better, but it ain't that deep. Like, I wish him well in all his endeavors. All right. Let's get into this. Let me show y'all this comment. Now, y'all tell me if maybe I just was in a bad mood this morning. Maybe I had not, maybe I had not, gotten all of my awakeness out of my system when I saw this comment today. So y'all tell me. I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna let y'all see the comment, and y'all tell me. I should have. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna let y'all see what the person said, and then, well, you can still see I should have cropped it so you couldn't see my response, but let me show y'all. Shut up, Mims. Look at Mims in the chat. What up, Ems? Hey, boo. Hey, DB. Hey, everybody coming in. I get it. Weed is in my system, but I haven't been under the influence since Friday. Yeah. Abby already said don't start. All right, let me share the screen real quick. I have a couple of things we're going to share today, but let me just share this real quick with y'all. Now, listen. This person left this comment on my video today. It says, I like watching you, but I pray you're a better teacher than YouTuber. You be all over the place. So my response was, then you clearly don't enjoy my comment. I find that statement insulting. Now, I could have given her more, but I was literally driving. And I was like, let me just go on. But should I have been offended? Because I was offended. Now, if the person had put LOL, you know what I'm saying? I might have been like, oh, they playing. Oh, they got jokes. But it wasn't no LOL. First of all, how you going to tell me you like my content, but you hope that I'm a better teacher than a YouTuber? I'm sorry, what? I don't even understand how you start off saying I like watching you. No, you don't. You just needed to find something rude to say. Brown Mama say I'm offended for you. Thank you. Okay, so then I wasn't tripping this morning. Not you, bald head 304. I love y'all. Carrie said she saw that comment. You saw it? They left it under my video from Friday on Unknown Caller. Tell me some. I hope you're a better teacher, bitch. See? Ooh, they about to make me say something. You said that's not even shady like Cajun. Not Cajun caught a stray, though. Not Cajun caught a stray. Not cruising and dropped out the sky. Look, cruising and dropped out the sky. Talking about some take my wrench for 2 minutes so I can drag them. Girl, you can drag them with your wrench. I wouldn't have shared it with y'all if I ain't want y'all to respond. I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping. It's Cruz's fault. It's Cruz's fault. I done never saw that comment on my way to work this morning as she answered the phone when I called her. Had Cruz answered the phone this morning when I called her, I would have never seen that comment. Anyway, they don't even, you know what? Word on the curse had backhanded compliment, child. I don't even know. All right, y'all, come on in. Listen, Don.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
He's the one that's gonna close them doors. He's gonna ban them doors while we pass that collection plate. The literal and the proverbial one. The proverbial one is you can hit that like button, which is free 99. If you're new here, you can subscribe, which is also free 99. Now, the literal collection plate, the number for today is 715. If you want to make a donation to support the platform, you can make a donation in increments of $7.15, $7.15, $17.15. Hell, if you feeling froggy, you could do $70.15. Okay, but that's the number for today. But y'all know, we just have a good time over here. Now, I gotta hurry up. Hold on, it's 7:15. All right, hold on. Let's see what else we got to talk about today. Okay. I was going to talk about Shaduer Sanders. I don't even think I care about Shaduer Sanders. Come to find out that Shaduer Sanders had a chance to go to the Baltimore Ravens during the draft. For those who don't remember, Shaduer Sanders is the son of Deion Sanders. And remember during the draft, he kept dropping and dropping. Mims got me for $715. I know he, baby, if somebody had dropped that on me, child, I might twerk a little bit. Hey, I might twerk a little bit, okay? If that dropped in my Cash App, honey, what you talking about? But anyway, so, come to find out, he had an opportunity to go in the 5th round to the Baltimore Ravens, and he said, no, I'm good. He said he did not want to play for the Baltimore Ravens because he knew he didn't want to have to sit behind Lamar Jackson, and he knew that Lamar Jackson wasn't giving up his job anytime soon. Let me say this, you guys. I see all sides of this coin. As a football fan, I see all sides of this coin. I see the side of the coin where other white players have done the same thing. A Manning comes to mind, right? Whose father is also NFL royalty, who basically said, yeah, my son not going to that team. Don't even draft him because he ain't going there. And did Eli Manning get some backlash? He did. Did he get the level of backlash that Shaduer Sanders got? He did not. Did he drop in the draft as far as Shaduer Sanders dropped? He did not. But I also feel like this. The other side of the coin for me is, sir, you have put your name in a hat. The draft is you putting your name in a hat. Nothing is guaranteed when you put your name in that hat. Nothing is guaranteed. And the rumors, and I said this all along, and you know, I know people felt like, you know, everybody was quick to yell racism, 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 racism. And I said, and Ebby can attest to this because we were in the car together listening to some sportscasts and stuff. I believe it was the Boss Baby Awards, the weekend of the Boss Baby Awards, I believe was the draft. And we were listening to some stuff. And I said, then it's more to this story. There are things going on behind the scenes. There are conversations that are being had. And we found out later on that there were some things going on behind the scenes. There were some conversations being had. Now, do I think it was collusion among NFL teams? To a certain extent, I do. But I also feel like just because you have Sanders at the end of your name, you don't get to tell these people how they're going to run their organization. And from my understanding, he did not take the whole process seriously. You know, he didn't take the interview seriously. He didn't take a lot of the steps that lead up to the draft. He did not take seriously. And we're going to call a thing a thing. And if El Teddy is still here, he can argue with me in the chat if he wants to, and that's fine. Shaduer Sanders is not that good. Shaduer Sanders is a decent player. But he's not, I'm not going to contribute. I'm not going to participate in this process and still get a number 1 draft pick good. He's not. He's not. You can go back to his last season. You can go, if you're a football fan, you can go back to his last season and you can look at every single one of those games for Colorado. And he had some really great games. And he had some really horrible games. And in that bowl game, they got blown the fuck out. Oh, Lord, thank you. Okay, let me hurry up. So that's Shaduer Sanders. Moving on. See, I ain't got time today. I don't have time. We got to do some. Okay, we got to hit and miss it. Damn it. All right, we might have to come back tomorrow and just do some of these stories tomorrow. All right, we may have to do the whole Politricks tomorrow because I really want to dig deep into Joy and Reid laying these people out because that's going to take me down a whole road that I might not have time for today. So we might have to pin the Joy and Reid commentary till tomorrow. Sorry. Okay, let's do the rest of these. Let me go and get the rest of these out the way. They are doing a revival of Dream Girls down to Broadway. So shout out to all of the little black and brown girls that are getting ready to audition like it was 1974 with the original Dream Girls, okay? Listen, I don't think people understand how groundbreaking. I don't know if it was 1974, y'all. I think it was the 80s. Anyway, I don't think people realize how groundbreaking Dream Girls was as a Broadway show with an all-black cast, for it to do the things that it did, that we are now, 40 years later, and it is making a revival down to Broadway. I don't know if I didn't read Candy's name. I did not read Candy's name, but Candy will hook herself up. Candy will call the people and be like, put me on as a producer. They didn't say, they have not cast anybody as of the time of the article that I read. They had not casted anybody, but they are doing a search for all shapes, sizes, and colors. Okay. So I look forward to it, and I will definitely, let me say this, I will do my best to go, because, sometimes I be trying to get up to New York and it just don't happen. All right. Comey sued. If y'all want to hear the whole lawsuit, y'all go over to Don. But y'all remember Comey was the lead prosecutor on the Diddy case and on the Epstein case, and she was fired back in July. She is now suing the Department of Justice for wrongful termination. Don did read through the lawsuit, so y'all can go. Don, drop your link in the chat, baby. Y'all can go over to his channel, and if y'all want to hear the lawsuit breakdown. But yes, honey, she done sued, which I kind of figured that was coming, because her and her daddy don't play no games. Okay, her and her daddy don't play no games. And so I figured something along those lines was coming. But baby, yes, they are suing the Department of Justice and some other people. So shout out to them. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I don't think y'all care about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. The Real Housewives of New York, they have been rebooted. They have a new cast coming. Some rumored new members. I mean, Cy, Jessel, Aaron are all coming back. Jenna is a question mark. Jenna Lyons is a question mark. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, boo. June Ambrose is rumored to be joining the cast. That will be interesting if June joins the Real Housewives of New York, and Martha Stewart's makeup artist. Anyway, so there's that. All right, there's that. I want to share something with you guys. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's been circling around on I want to hook up with y'all with travel, NFL. I want to hook up with y'all with travel, NFL, etc. tickets. Nisa, what you saying? I mean, you saying you got to hook up on tickets, or you saying you want to go if we go? Maybe we could do a game, Cruz. If you're still in the bushes, maybe next season we could try to do a game. Me and Cruz were talking about trying to do a game this season, but baby, first of all, the schedule just didn't impress me much. And I had so many other trips already scheduled. It was just, I wasn't going to be able to really swing it. June is creative director for Jay-Z. Will be interesting if she joins. I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I'd be surprised to see if June Ambrose. I would be shocked. I ain't saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying I'd be surprised to see it happen. Okay. What was I going? Oh, I saw this circulating on social media today, and I actually showed it to my students. And I want y'all to see this. I showed it to my students. It really, hold on. It really impressed me. I don't know if you guys saw this. I want to share it with you guys real quick.
I saw this on Instagram, and they posted these very powerful images of history makers walking the runway at a recent New York Fashion Week event. Ilyasa Shabazz, Malcolm X's daughter, and Dr. Bernice King, Martin Luther King.
Oops, I didn't mean to mess it up. Hold on.
Jr.'s daughter were walking side by side. Then you had Cecil J. Williams looking as cool as ever. Back in 1956, he was photographed drinking from a whites-only water fountain. Then, of course, you have Benjamin Hayes Jr. He created the Juneteenth flag. And look who else came through. Ruby Bridges, Back in 1960, she became the first African-American child to integrate all-white schools. And as a former track and field runner, I love seeing Tommie Smith and John Carlos there. In 1968, after medaling in the Olympics, they raised their gloved fists in protest of racial injustice and also to bring awareness to poverty. Because of them, we can. What a beautiful tribute. I saw this on Instagram, and they posted these very powerful.
Okay, so the designer, Actively Black. The designer is called Actively Black, and if for those who don't know, this weekend was New York Fashion Week, or last week was New York Fashion Week, and of course during New York Fashion Week, all the designers, try to aspire to have a show, and some of the shows are bigger than others, and some are, and of course it's always about what is the concept, what are we bringing, how are we going to get people there. And I saw clips of that this weekend, and baby, when I tell you, it was so powerful on so many levels. And I showed it to my students today, because so many times, and they purposely do it, y'all. They purposely do it. They show us these pictures in black and white to make us think that shit happened so long ago, right? They show us the pictures of Ruby Bridges in black and white, and Martin Luther King marching in black and white, and all of these pictures, they put them in black and white because they want us to think that the shit happened 50, 60, 70 years ago. And it wasn't that long ago. And even and when I tell my students that Ruby Bridges is still alive and has an Instagram page and is very active on social media, they literally are like, what? And I'm like, Google her. Look up, go follow her on Instagram, right? So I showed this to my students so they would see these icons of the civil rights era are still very much alive. And also, a lot of them were teenagers or in their early 20s when they were putting their life on the line, and they were so active in the movement. And so I thought that fashion show was so powerful on so many levels. And shout out to Actively Black for the concept, whoever came up with that concept. Shout out to all the icons who showed up, who participated, and I loved seeing it. And it like I said, I showed it to my students today, and it just did a lot for me. Ruby Bridges has written several books, I believe, and she also, does speaking engagements and things of that nature. So shout out to Actively Black, and y'all go buy something from them and support them, child. Y'all go support the people. I'm sure a lot of people didn't realize Ruby Bridges is still here. A lot of people don't, because those pictures make it seem like it happened 50,000 years ago. That's my friend Jerica. She's so much classier than me. Well, that doesn't take much. Yeah. So also, unfortunately, since we won't be talking about Black history, today marks the anniversary of the 4 little girls. If you guys are not familiar with the story of the 4 little girls were in church. They had just left Sunday school. They went down in the basement to do their hair, probably put a little lip gloss on their lips to get ready for church. And a phone call came through to the church warning them that there was a bomb in the church. And they did evacuate the church, but they did not know that those girls were in the basement. And as a result, those 4 little girls were killed by racists in Birmingham, Alabama. And that happened on September the 15th. So unfortunately, that day was this, it was a commemoration of that day. Spike Lee did a documentary called 4 Little Girls. In my opinion, that was probably one of the best. That and When the Levees Break. I really think Spike Lee. I really think Spike Lee might have missed his calling. I think maybe documentaries might, or biopics or something, just might be his thing. Because in my opinion, those are 3 of his best works. I respect the hell out of Spike Lee. I'm just not always a fan of all of his stuff. But the autobiography of Malcolm X, When the Levees Broke, and 4 Little Girls, in my opinion, are probably 3 of his best works. in my opinion. So if you have not seen Four Little Girls, please go and watch it. It's a really, really good documentary. And one thing I love when documentaries include the people who were there more so than clips and things of that nature. And the fact that they interviewed those girls' parents. Now, mind you, I think the documentary came out in 1997. So the fact that in 1997, those girls' parents were still alive, again, tells you this shit didn't happen that long ago. Okay, their parents were still very much alive. It's on HBO Max. Thanks, Xavier. It's on HBO Max. Both Four Little Girls and When the Levee Breaks both made me cry. Yeah, they did. Both of them. And I used to show. I don't show it as much anymore. But I used to show Four Little Girls every year. So I watched all of Spike Lee's documentary. I watched When the Levees Broke repeatedly on HBO. I couldn't watch it that many times, but going in the basement of that church makes me cry. Yeah, I've been there. And if you guys ever go to Birmingham, there are some great museums and spots in Birmingham, and definitely 16th Street Baptist Church is one of them. Okay. All right. I just came on time. Yes, love my rich Black history. Cecil and Barbara, his wife, have chronicled so much Southern Black history. Right. And I don't think a lot of people realize that Cecil is a photographer. Cecil Williams, Mr. Cecil. I don't know that man. Mr. Williams is a photographer. All right. What time is it? Ooh, okay. All right, hold on. Okay, let's get into it. What else? Okay, I did talk about that. We're getting through some of the stuff. We still might have to hold on to Joy and Reid, because I might say, let me get through these last two stories. If I can get through these last two stories, we can talk about Joy Reid, okay? So, Nick Cannon said, Cecil is your granddaddy's neighbor. Oh, wow. Hey, Mamiana. Oh, wow. Well, tell him I love him. Okay. Little history teacher in Maryland loves him. I've always loved that picture, because the way he's looking at that camera, like, okay, he's looking dead at that camera, like, and what you gonna do about it? Okay. All right, we got 271 people in the chat. I hope. That's why he was snapping pictures. Yeah. And I'm sure he's gonna do something with those pictures. The live keeps crashing. Is the live giving the rest of y'all some trouble? He built a museum next to his house. Oh wow. Where is it? If you don't want to put it in the chat, can you send it to me. Tell me where it is. Next time I travel in that area, I might have to go check it out. I bought the Cecil Williams shirt from Actively Black. I'm about to go over to Actively Black. I'll probably have to do it next period. But I'm gonna go over to Actively Black and get me some stuff, honey. Ladies in London, yeah, we talked about that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Nick Cannon said that him having them 12 kids was a trauma response to his divorce from Mariah Carey. Sir, I'm sorry, what? You decided to go have 10 kids, because you already had the 2 kids with Mariah. You decided to go have 10 kids as a trauma response to the divorce from Mariah Carey? If that is the result, if that is what therapy did for you, then I think you need to go find another therapist. And if you're not in therapy, I need you to go get some. What was the trauma? I mean, what? Did I watch a clip or the entire interview? I've read the article. I didn't watch none of the interview. And I'm not gonna. People have been saying that to him for years. Child, that's not what you used to say before. Child, he done said, listen, he done gave us 20 versions of why he having these kids. He done gave us 20 versions of why he having these children. Okay. I read an article on it. Now, are you saying that you saw the whole interview? Is there a different is there more I should get out of the interview? Is that what you're saying? I sound like Thais just did. In my head, I said that like Thais, Don. In my head, I said that like Thais. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just wondering, should I go? I mean, are you saying that I'll get something more out of the whole interview? Cecil is my nephew's godfather. Our family, look at y'all having family reunions in the chat. Cecil is my nephew's godfather. Wow. Well, Miss Gigi and Mama Yana, tell Cecil come talk to a teacher. Tell him come talk to a teacher. I would love to talk to him. He's a cool dude, though. He's a cool dude. All right. Like I said, I ain't spending a whole lot of time on Nick. We done talked about Nick over the years, child. Nick, go take care of your children. That's all I got to say. I done told y'all a long time ago. I don't care. Nick, go take care of your children. He wasn't trying to say the kids were a mistake. He's a narcissist. She found out the trauma was deep-seated. I didn't say he said that it was a hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now I know what that means when that thing starts slowing down. The computer is not charging. Hold on. Why is this thing not charging? Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. My computer is not charging. Hold on. Okay, now it's charging. All right, hold on. Let me turn this off while it's showing that it's charging, but my battery is low. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. All right. It's got the little lightning sign like it's charging. All right, give me a second, y'all. I just want to make sure that this thing is charging before it cuts off. And you know, I got a live at 8 o'clock. I just want to make sure it's charging. This thing been plugged up the whole time and my battery's on 3%. Why is it not charging? All right. Yeah, listen, I didn't say that he said his kids were a mistake. I don't believe his kids were a mistake. I wouldn't put that on nobody to say kids are a mistake. I'm just saying he said, okay, now it's charging because it's saying 4%. All right, it's going up. As long as it's going up. Because I don't know what's going on with this thing. Anyway, Nick basically told his 10 youngest children they don't mean anything. See, I didn't equate that he was saying the kids didn't mean anything. I was saying that he was saying that the reason why he went out and was just having all these damn churn was as a trauma response. I call bullshit. Now, I'm not calling the kids a mistake. However the kids got here is however the kids got here. But I'm not saying that. I don't think that's, well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what he was saying. For those of y'all that saw the whole interview, maybe that's what he was saying, child. Anyway, that's fucked up. Whatever it is, if that's what it is, then that's messed up. All right. Now, I told y'all I'm still torn. Oh, Lord. Real mama. I just saw the comment you left. Anyway, moving right along. I want y'all to hear this. Now, we was talking about, I told you I'm not going to review the Todd Chrisley situation, but I did come across this because y'all know I'm in the Todd Chrisley algorithm on YouTube, whether I want to be or not. So Todd was getting Savannah together. Remember, I told y'all how Savannah was treating her brother and all that stuff was going on with Savannah and Todd. Now, first of all, Nanny Faye got Savannah together and said, let's be clear. You are not the only person that got your parents out of jail. We let you take the lead, but you're not the only person that was working. You're not the only person that was doing stuff. You was the only person making phone calls and sending emails, okay? We let you take the lead. We let you be the face of this situation, but let's be clear. You're not the only reason why your parents are out of jail, okay? So Nanny Faye was getting her together. And then Todd, baby, let me let y'all hear what Todd had to say about her, okay?
That is your brother. He is my son, and he will be welcome anywhere I stand. And you better get over your with him, because you're not going out here holy rolling and saying that you're fighting for the world when you won't fight for your brother. But I'm not turning my back on my child. And as I said to her last week when she and I had a heated conversation, I said, you will listen to me. That is your brother. He is my son, and he will be welcome anywhere I stand. And you better get over your with him, because you're not going out here holy rolling and saying that you're fighting for the world when you won't fight for your brother.
Baby, let me tell y'all something. He said, first of all, he kept it cute because he said last week when we were having a heated discussion, meaning y'all was arguing, okay? The heated discussion, y'all was arguing. And he said, let me explain something to you. Your brother will always be welcome anywhere I am. Because you know, when Todd and Julie came home, they moved in with Savannah. So I guess Savannah was trying to say that Chase couldn't come to the house or she didn't want Chase around. And he said, wherever I am is where my kids gonna be. And what he also said, and I love what he said you're not gonna be out here in these streets being a holy roller, putting on airs out in these streets. What's up, Shay in the city? What's up, Treese? Being a holy roller out in these streets. And then you're going to be at home treating your brother like shit. That's what we not going to do. Now, listen, y'all. Y'all know I've been on the fence about this whole Todd Chrisley because I really like me some Todd. But, baby, I am here for him speaking up. I'm here for that. Now, I ain't saying that, listen, I ain't saying he all right. I ain't saying that everything about him is right. I'm just saying I appreciate that he came down here and was like, what you not going to do. Okay? Wait until Todd and wait until they get their money up. I know that's right. Wait till I get my money right. All right, y'all. I have about 11 minutes, 12 minutes. Let's get into this Ann Reid, this Joy Ann Reid. Maybe I'll have enough juice I can turn the camera back on because I want y'all to see my face when I share what I need to share. Okay. Let's listen. We're not going to listen to this whole thing. We're going to listen to a little bit of this Joy Ann Reid. Okay.
Why are y'all so angry? You have the White House. You have both houses of Congress. You have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority-serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go, every so often I go and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. If the airlines are crashing, that's you. That's the people you wanted to run the United States government. The FBI, y'all are laughing at them on X Twitter and saying that they look ridiculous. That's your FBI. They purged the people who made the FBI what it was. It's not what you wanted. You have your podcasters running the FBI. You have your friend from the real world running the Department of Transportation. That's what you wanted. There's no longer a gay guy there. The gay guy's gone. The gay guy's at home with his kid and his husband. He's not in charge anymore. The Department of Justice is what you wanted. It's your Justice Department that won't release the Epstein files. If you're mad about the Epstein files, you shouldn't be mad at me and the left. You need to be mad at Donald Trump. You all have the country. You run every red state like it's already Project 2025. You won't let women have abortions in Texas. They're literally dying of sepsis. That's what you wanted. You wanted women to have only 6 weeks to get an abortion in Georgia. You got it. You wanted Texas to be a petri dish and a laboratory for every right-wing, anti-Black, anti-gay, anti-trans idea. And you also got rid of vaccines. Every child in Florida is now going to go to school with kids who could give them measles, mumps, and rubella and COVID. That's what y'all wanted. You now have a paradise in Florida where you can get sick, cough on people, let them die of whatever disease you're carrying. It's almost like you've got the pilgrims again that can come and cough on all the natives and take them out. That's what you wanted. You got it. You wanted Florida to be that. It's that. You wanted the United States to be Florida. It's that. But yet you all are still so angry. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't mean to rant and rave, but I am genuinely trying to get to the bottom of what you all are so angry about. And I think I have a suspicion and I have a guess. What you all are angry about is that while you have gotten everything you wanted on the right, we on the other side won't give you love for it. We won't respect you for it. We won't hail you for it. We won't respect you and say, hey, we want to, have you at the Oscars. We want to fet you. We want to make you guys. We want to wrap our arms around you. You want us to embrace you. You don't just want to run us and tell us what to do and tell us what to think and tell us what to read and tell us.
The full rant, I'm sure you can find on her TikTok. She has the clip on her TikTok. She has it on her YouTube channel, and I'm sure it's on any number of places. So I have 6 minutes to break down to you why they mad. And I love how she broke it down, because at the end of the day, everything she said, sadly, is true. Everything y'all wanted, y'all have. Y'all have it. Y'all literally have, and y'all literally have the right to scoop people up on the street by masked men who don't have to show a warrant, who don't have to show ID, who don't have to tell their family where they're taking them, for them to just be lost in the abyss. You are literally ripping children out of the arms of their parents. You are firing people by the thousands for no other reason other than, we felt like it today. All of the things that she said. We don't even have 200 likes. Come on, y'all. 200 likes. The number for the day is 714. You can shoot up a $7.14 Cash App. You can hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Can we get to 200 likes before I get out of here in 5 minutes? But let me tell you another reason why I think they mad. Because Joy said they mad because we won't embrace them for it. Okay. Here's another reason why I think they mad. Here's why I think they mad. Because y'all really believed the version of history that they tried to teach us. And what I mean by that is y'all really believed the version of history that made y'all think that Black people came over here in chains willingly, that Black people were slaves for 200 years and liked it, that when the Civil War was over, that Black people didn't complain and never fought back against Jim Crow, against racism, that Black people never found a way to be happy despite your oppression, that Black people never found a way to push through and still be successful in spite of all the things that y'all did to us, that Black people never protested and never spoke out and never found a way to work around the systems that you put in place for us until 1960, when Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks decided to have this bus boycott. Well, that was really 1958, but y'all know the point I'm making. Y'all really believed that from 1865, when the Civil War was over, until 1958, Black folk just sat down and took the shit that y'all gave us and was happy about it. Y'all really truly believed that version of history. So y'all thought that on January, whatever the fuck day that was, that this motherfucker was inaugurated as the second time, y'all really thought that we was gonna sit back and just deal with it the way y'all thought we dealt with it for the 200 years that y'all oppressed us, well, 200 plus years that y'all oppressed us prior to 1960. That's what y'all thought. Because that's the version of history that made y'all feel comfortable. That's the version of history that y'all thought was the real version of American history. What y'all didn't realize is that Black folk always fought back. That Black folk always found a way to deal with the oppression and still wake up every morning and smile and still get up every morning and take care of theirs and take care of the next door neighbors and take care of their family. And we still found a way to do it in a way that made you guys think, how the fuck do they keep doing it? See, y'all don't understand how we keep getting it done. And y'all are like, oh my God, what do we have to do? Not calling us roaches, but we like that roach you can't fucking kill. It doesn't matter what you buy. It doesn't matter what remedy you use. It doesn't matter who gives you the boric acid, the Reid, all the other shit that they have tried, and you can't get rid of those motherfuckers. Once they're infested, they just there. So, yeah, life is fucked up right now. And we don't like it. But what we are not going to do, we are not going to stop fighting. We are not going to stop getting up every day and taking our happy asses to the jobs that we have. And if we lost a job, we're going to find another one. And no, it's not going to be in them fields that y'all trying to put us back in, because Black women are the most educated demographic in this motherfucking United States of America. And we're going to find a way out of no way. See, that's why you fucking mad. Because every time y'all think y'all did it, we got them now. Now we got them now. We make y'all think, no, we don't. No, you don't. And even though, and I know this pisses El Teddy off, and I still love him anyway, even though the 92% said we're not going to fight the way everybody thinks we should fight or wants us to fight, let's be clear. The 92%, we still here. And we're still defiant in the way that we are defiant. We are still fighting in the way that makes us comfortable to fight. And yes, some of us are still on the front lines. Some of us are still out there protesting and on the picket lines. Okay? Don't get it twisted. But that's why they mad, y'all. They are mad because no matter what they fucking throw at us, they can't defeat us. And no, it ain't comfortable. Thank you, Don Don. No, it ain't comfortable. And yeah, it's some dark days. And it's going to be some more. It's going to be some more. But like Joyanne Reid said, and if you did, please go listen to the whole thing. Like she said, y'all got what y'all said y'all wanted. Why aren't y'all happy? Because what y'all are realizing is we were never the problem. Latinos were never the problem. Your life is fucked up because of you. And I'm out. All right, y'all. We'll be back at 8 o'clock on the other channel to talk about Heart and Hustle Houston. Love y'all. Peace. Thank you, Don, for keeping me on track. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.